Crazy Club. So today I'm going to be doing a story time, how I got my first car. I'm not trying to brag in any shape or form. I just want to tell you my experience with cars and how I found my car. And I'm sorry about if this lighting is super dark because it is like 10:20 or 10:30 at night when I'm doing this. So if it seems pretty dark, I'm sorry about that. So let's get started. Alright guys, so I'm going to tell you how I got my car. So basically, 2 days before I got my car, the first day I went to like a dealer in a Hutch to go look at a car. So it was like a Dodge, some sort of Dodge car, which had 136 miles on it, whatever else. The next day we were going to bring it in to our mechanic shop, which is called Pro Auto, to see if it was worth getting. So my mom called in. The auto guy said this car is not worth getting, it's going to die the next day, so we didn't get it. Then I think it was the next day we saw this Ford car. I had someone's in the driveway. We drove it home. I loved it. Whatever. We're gonna get that car. Then we brought that to Verado. It was rusted out on the bottom. It was like not a very good car, and I was super upset at it. So I started looking online again for cars. Then my mom called at Pro Auto and was like, she asked if they had any suggestions. So that day they had my Pontiac Grand Prix 2007 sitting there waiting to be fixed. It was from like Rockford or something, from a car shop. Basically, the Rockford car shop could not get it fixed. It needed a new transmission. So they said they said to my mom, we have a Pontiac Grand Prix here, and we're gonna look at it and see how much it needs. So they called us back like an hour or two later and was like, the only thing it needs is the transmission fixed. So that day we went into Verado to look at it, and I got to test drive it, but I had to go we were in like third gear and we were going 10 or 5 miles an hour, and it was I was really excited. And then that same day we were like, maybe we were thinking of buying it. It had, so the special features on this car were that it had heated seats, which I absolutely love. I use them in the winter all the time. It has, oops, sorry guys, has a sunroof, which I use all the time in the summer, and it has a remote start, which is fantastic. Remote start saved time in my life in the winter because it would unfreeze my front end of my car. And it also, one thing I did figure out, someone told me about, and if you have a remote start, it works in the summer too. So if you have a black interior, use a remote start if you have it, and it'll cool your seat down. And so the same day we looked at it, we called my dad. My dad's like, just get it, if you like it, get it. And so I was extremely excited. I've had my car now for almost a year. So I had saved up money, so the car itself was like $2,000 or something like that, or $1,000 for the car, and then the transmission was extremely expensive. It was like at $2,000. My mom and dad were so helpful to help me pay for it because I did not have money at the time to buy a car, or I had the money to buy a car, but I did not have money to do a transmission. So the fixing of my car took about 3 days or 4 to fix it because my auto mechanics that could not get in the pieces, the transmission piece that they needed. It was fax ordered or something or other, and then so the day they came, they called. It was like almost closing, and they're just like, your car is ready, you can come pick it up when you want. I was waiting all that day. I was extremely excited. I didn't know if it was going to be done in time. I kept watching the clock, guys. Before I got my car, I kept looking at the clock. I kept staring at the clock, waiting for a call from Pro Auto saying my car was done. And when I got my car, I only had my permit, so I could not drive my car by myself. So I drove with my mom home, and I was extremely excited. I couldn't wait. I was like, very, very excited. So now I drive that's my daily driver. When I bought it, it had 164 miles on it. Now it has almost like 171,000 something, almost to 172. And I'll try to link my car tour below, and I'll probably do an updated car tour. And I just really loved it. The features like I was telling you, I gave you now, but I'll go and explain them all. So like I said, I had heated seats. Heated seats saved my butt a couple times because my seats in the winter get extremely cold and whatever else. So I turn them on. I sometimes use them in the summer when my seats are too cold. So they work really well. I have the passenger front seat and my side has them. And yeah, and then the sunroof is a full sunroof. It's not a moonroof, it is a sunroof. And I absolutely love my sunroof. It is like the best ever. I use it a lot when my car's hot, or if I'm driving a long way and I need to have some noise, rattle, and it keeps me awake. The only thing it does not have, which does not bug me at all right now, is an aux port, which if you're one of those tech guys, you could put one of those new stereos in to get one. And also it has a remote start, which I said saved my life in the winter a lot. Before I go to work, I would always remote start my car, and it would defrost most of it for me, so that when I got out, I wouldn't really have that much to do. I just would like start it and let it run for a while, and then I'd come out with my keys to do it. Only one recommendation with that is that if you do not have a lot of gas in your tank, do not set it off. You might run yourself out of gas. And then another cool feature I figured out maybe a week ago is that my car, you can use remote start in the summer, and it sets off the AC so that my car, I don't burn my butt on my car. Because my whole interior, I don't know if I mentioned this, is all black, so it is pretty much, my seats get extremely hot in the summer, and yes. And another cool feature in my car, which is that it has nice, so it has pull-down seats, which is very helpful. I haven't had to use them yet, but if I had to haul lumber or something, it would be very helpful. And the only thing I don't like about my car, but this is nothing really, is that the trunk button and the lock button are on the same like thing, so you have to hold it to pop the trunk. But yeah, another thing I want to mention, so when I first got my car, I got this like I think it's called a key fob or something. So I got one of those like things where it's a remote, so it has unlock, lock, remote start, and mine had like a trunk button and one of those panic buttons. But when I got mine, it worked for a while, so then I had to pay $80 to get my fob fixed or replace it, which was really worth it. So if you guys thanks for watching. Please thumbs up this video, comment down below what you want to see next, and subscribe. And before I go, I want to mention on my YouTube channel, I'll be starting a Pinterest challenge video soon. I'm not sure what I'll do. And another quick mention is if you guys want to follow me on my social media accounts, you can follow me at Cooples75 or Crazy Crafts or More, which I'll try to have them linked below. And I'll see you guys in the next video. And by the way, if you want to know what I'm recording on my tripod with a selfie stick, which I will show you in a video how to do it. So I'll see you guys tomorrow.